Good morning. It's Thursday, July 4th, and I'm not going to talk to you today about fireworks or anything like that. I'm going to talk to you about cats. And there's an article that I came across that was trying to explain why a cat might actually like you. Now, in our universe, dogs seem to be the more prevalent pet. And I'm not sure about that exactly because I do know a lot of people who own cats and love their cats. But cats have never been studied scientifically the way dogs have. And it's just in recent years, maybe the last 20 or so years, that cats have been studied in the context of being a pet. Now, for many years, we had cats in my house when I was a teenager. In fact, as a teenager, my nickname was Cat. And that wasn't because we owned cats. That was because I was locally known as a cool cat. And I was a cool cat because I spoke the slang of that time, which always used the word cool and some other words that were affiliated with that particular brand of speech. And I started doing that as a teenager, and I probably stopped doing that in my early 20s, right before I got married, perhaps. But the nickname stuck. People who remember me from the good old days may still call me Cat. But in any event, why do people think that cats are less social than dogs? And I will tell you my experiences with several different cats. And the first one was a cat which we named Jerry because he was a derelict. And my parents, when we were living in the Bronx, we used to go up on the roof of the building when it was cool and sit there for a while and talk. And one night we discovered a cat on the roof. And he came, we kept him in our apartment for a while, and we named him Derry because he was a derelict. And Derry stayed with us for about a year, and then he disappeared. That was not the first time that we had that happen to us. It happened several other times where the cat would live with us for a while and then disappear. And I had that happen when my kids were small. We had a cat, and when he disappeared also. So cats are not the social animal that dogs are. But the scientists have realized that cats have special talents too. And over the last couple of decades, cats have been studied. So they have recognized that the cat has equal cognitive ability to dogs. But dogs were essentially descended from the social gray wolf, and they were intentionally engineered to perform specific roles alongside humans. But cats, on the other hand, are descended from the solitary African wildcats, and they have not been under the same selective pressure by people as dogs have. And so cats have been viewed as antisocial, and also for good measure they've also been viewed as independent creatures, uncooperative, and they were not easy to make a research project associated with cats because cats, for some reason or other, were unappealing to the scientifics. And so cats have been left out of this circle for a long time. But when I talk to people who have cats, they love their cats. And cats can be very loyal. And I am thinking that part of the loyalty of the cat is the way the cat is treated by his owner when the cat is young. I don't know if you would get the same response from a cat who was a year or two old when you get hold of him, so to speak, or if you raise him from childhood, from the time that it's born, or the time that you've gotten it as a young kid. So we've got a lot of catching up to do with respect to research on the cat mentality and the cat proclivity. Now, there's a doctor who has 3 cats and quite often collaborate with the Human Animal Interaction Laboratory at Oregon State University. And they are in the process of creating a dream study of cat cognition. And there are many things about cats that humans haven't understood, because many humans think that cats are not social creatures, and many humans believe that social interaction isn't important for cats. But cats are really flexible with their social behavior. So it's highly individual based upon the cat and based upon the human. Don't expect cats to be friendly or anything like that if you don't create that environment. Show them a little bit of love. Cats have to experience a socialization with humans at a certain key point in their life if you expect them to be a loyal, loving pet. And I can say that from my experience, that we took good care of cats, but they disappeared after a year or so. They found something better to do, and maybe it was the freedom. Although we never kept cats in an enclosed environment, they were always free to roam the house and everything and let them out in the yard and all of that. But they have an independent streak that we don't find in other animals. And some of them grow up being afraid of humans. So the intelligence of cats is quite often overlooked. And the lovability of cats is something that you have to encourage as an owner. So I will tell you, it's not easy to train a cat, and you may not succeed all the time. But they are lovable creatures. And it will be well worthwhile having one around. They can brighten your life. So I'm in favor of having the pet of your choice. But many overlook the fact that cats could be a good choice. So I leave you with that this morning. Cats, a very important creature. And there are probably more of them than you recognize. Because a lot of them are independent and not on a leash or anything like that. So if you see a stray cat, smile at the cat. You'll feel better. Have a great day. Bye.